Hi guys, welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to address a very common problem which a lot of people face when investing outside India. The problem is which platform to choose to invest outside India. There's so many platforms these days, Winvesta, Vested, Stockal. Each one of them has its own good quality and bad quality. How to find out which is the best platform for you. So today I'll help you in choosing the best platform for your requirements. I will not be covering why it is good to invest outside India because there are already a lot of blogs and YouTube channels which talk about the benefits of investing outside India. You can find a link to one of my posts on the benefits of diversifying outside India. The major factors one need to consider while investing outside India is the cost of the platform, the kind of ETFs and stocks the platform provide you to invest in, and apart from that, what kind of services platform provide in terms of handling your grievances. These are very critical because when you invest outside India and if you face any problem, you need a point of contact which can help you in resolving those quite fast. In a lot of YouTube channels, people proclaim one platform is superior to others just because they have some kind of partnership with that platform. But as I have partnership with all the platforms, no, I don't have anything against any platform, and I'll give you a view which is unbiased.
So let us review the platforms. So as I told you, all of these platforms are pretty much same when it comes to performance and the kind of ETFs they have on it. So I will do a comparison of all these four on some of the important and key features which are very important for an investment. So this is the dashboard of INDMoney. You can see I uh, I try to search for an ETF, show the details of the ETF. I can buy fractional shares of this ETF, and the process is pretty much simple. Same goes for Vested. Even Vested has the same ETF available, they have the same details. There would be some difference between these platforms, but I think that is not very consequential or something which or based on which you can choose one platform over a, like even Stockal, as you can see, it also has a similar platform. Stockal has a slightly more intuitive platform, but I think once you start using any platform, you get a hang of the the details. So that is not an issue. You can just put in the number of shares you want to buy, and they'll just tell you the amount of money that would require, and you can just review and execute the order. Winvesta does not have an online investment platform. They only have a mobile based platform, but that is not an issue. A lot of people these days use mobile for investment, and I don't think that you will be trading day in day out, so that doesn't make a difference. So you can see all these platforms have pretty much similar interface. So now you compare the features of these platforms like the fees and the brokerage, which will give you a better idea of these platforms. In this Excel sheet, I have compared all the investment platforms based on critical factors which can impact your returns. So one of the number one factor when you are deciding to invest outside India is how many ETFs or stocks that platform offers you. As you can see, most of these platforms have a decent collection. For someone who is investing long term, it doesn't matter if each and every stock or ETF is not there. What matters is that the top performing, the major ETF which cover almost all geographies and sectors are there, and all these platforms have these ETFs. Still, if someone wants to have a very wide collection of ETF, I think they can choose between Winvesta and Stockal for this. Then comes the broking cost, and this is one of the very important criteria. Unfortunately, four of the out of five platforms do not charge any brokerage. Stockal does have a brokerage, which is 5 cents per trade. For a smaller account, that is not a very significant amount, but if someone trades a lot, then this can become something of a concern. Then coming to sign up fees, none of the platforms are taking any sign up fees, so all of them are equal in this department. Now come deposit fees, again all the platforms do not charge any deposit fees. Now withdrawal fees, so the platforms, they charge a small nominal amount when you withdraw your money. So you can see again this is pretty much same for all the platforms except INDMoney, which charges $20, so which I think is slightly on the higher side if you compare to other platforms. Again, management fees and ease of use is pretty much same. In fact, all these platforms, they have a premium version where they charge some fees for choosing selected ETF baskets. But I think for someone who's investing long term, it doesn't really matter. They can just go for the basic version and invest in the top ETF. You can easily find the ETF in various websites like Vanguard and ETF notes. There are a lot of good websites which offer information about ETFs. Then one feature is multi-currency account. So in fact, only Winvesta is the platform which has a multi-currency account. So why is multi-currency account helpful? It is helpful for those people who have assets apart from equity outside India. For instance, if you are interested in investing in P2P or real estate loans in Europe or US, then you would need one account from which you can do all transactions, which means, say if you want to invest in equity, you want to take out money from equity, that should come into the same account. Otherwise you'll be incurring forex transaction charges every time. That's why if you think that you would be investing in other assets apart from equity, I suggest you go for Winvesta. Then it makes a lot of sense, because transfer from Winvesta multi-currency account to their uh, stock platform is free, so you can make as many transactions you want. So sometimes when you get back money from your foreign investments in P2P, etc., you can then put this money in the equity and vice versa. And the broker, so if you see almost 4 out of 5 platforms using the same broker drive wealth for your trades. So there's so much difference in each of the platform. Groww has a slightly different broker, and in terms of regulation, because all these have the same broker and they going through the same mode of operation, they're protected under the FINRA and SIPC, except Winvesta again, which Winvesta has another uh, regulator, which is the FCA, Financial Conduct Authority. It's a UK based regulator, and it has very good oversight. So this gives another level of comfort while using Winvesta, because you not only care about the investment, but you also care about the privacy, that how your data is used. So that FCA is known for its very stringent rules and regulation, and thus this will give you an additional level of security compared to other platforms. So like you just saw that all these platforms are pretty much same, but if you want to utilize certain other features like multi-currency account, and if you feel that you are concerned about your data, so I think Winvesta has a slight edge over the platforms. In fact, you can either use Winvesta, and if you just want to invest in equity, I think Vested is also a good platform. So you can choose either of the two.
So as we just saw, most of these platforms are pretty much same in terms of the services they provide. In fact, a lot of them have the tie-up with the same companies outside India and offer the same services. So one of the factor which is more important than this is to understand that if you are investing a very small amount outside India, it doesn't make sense. If you are planning to invest 1 lakh, think about the transactional cost you have to incur for investing that 1 lakh. There will be a forex fees charged by the bank. you have to think that is it worth the amount you are investing outside India. So unless your investment amount is at least 4 to 5 lakh, I would say that that is the minimum amount you should look. I would suggest that unless you're looking at an investment of more than 4 to 5 lakh, it doesn't make much sense to invest directly outside India. You can choose to invest through the mutual fund route. There are some mutual funds and ETF like Motilal and Parag Parekh which give you exposure to securities outside India. I think that is good enough for a small portfolio. But if you want to invest a higher amount of money, then I would say you should go for one of these platforms. So thank you guys for watching. You can use the link in the description to register and get some benefit and cashback. And in my next video I'll be covering some more interesting investment options.